all tuning in because they want to live longer, feel better, and wake up with more energy. So go ahead, drop it below. Tell me where you're watching from and your age, because today, I'm going to share something that could add 20 more good, healthy, strong years to your life. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. Where are you watching from, and how old are you today? And no, this isn't some miracle pill or anti-aging gimmick. It's science. Real research-backed habits that show your body and brain how to age slower and live stronger. The crazy thing? It all starts with what you do in the first hour after you wake up. See? Most people start their day in chaos, checking their phone, rushing through breakfast, maybe gulping coffee while scrolling through bad news or emails. They don't even realize that those first 60 minutes set the tone for everything that follows. Your focus, your mood, your digestion, your hormones, even how fast or slow you age. Scientists now call it the cortisol window. That first 90 minutes after waking up, when your stress hormone, cortisol, naturally spikes. If you handle that window right, you boost your metabolism, balance your hormones, and increase your energy all day. But if you handle it wrong, by checking your phone, skipping water, or rushing, your body stays in stress mode for hours. And when stress becomes a daily routine, it literally shortens your life. So in this video, we're going to talk about a morning routine that can add years to your life. Not from wishful thinking, but because it's built around how your body's biology actually works. Here's the thing. Living longer isn't about adding time at the end. It's about improving the quality of the years you have now. Waking up clear-headed, calm, and alive, feeling strong in your body and steady in your mind. That's what this routine gives you. Let's start at the very beginning, the moment you open your eyes. Most people's first move is grabbing their phone. Notifications, messages, news, all before they even sit up. But here's what science says. When you do that, your brain gets hijacked before your day even begins. You skip straight into a dopamine roller coaster. Highs and lows, comparison, information overload. It triggers stress and distraction. It's like letting strangers walk into your mind the second you wake up. So rule number 1, no phone for the first 30 minutes. Keep it away from your bed. When you wake up, start with yourself, not the world. Instead, the very first thing you should do is something ridiculously simple. Drink water. That's right, 2 full glasses. Your body loses about a liter of water overnight through breathing and sweat. When you wake up, you're dehydrated, which means your brain and organs are running on empty. Drinking water first thing helps restart every system. Digestion, circulation, even your skin. It literally wakes your cells up, and don't just sip it, drink it like it matters. Feel it going in, like you're refueling your engine, because you are. Next, and this is where things start to change. Get sunlight on your eyes. Not through a window, not through sunglasses. Step outside even for a minute. Morning sunlight tells your brain it's daytime. It resets your circadian rhythm, your internal clock, and regulates hormones like cortisol, serotonin, and melatonin. That means you'll feel more awake during the day and sleep better at night. There's a study from Stanford that showed people who get morning light within the first hour of waking up have 10x better sleep quality and lower stress levels. That's not luck. That's biology. If you can, pair that sunlight with a few minutes of movement. Nothing intense, just gentle stretching, a short walk, maybe some deep breathing. The idea is to get your blood flowing, to tell your body, hey, the day has begun. It doesn't have to be perfect. Some people do yoga, some just move their joints. Some walk their dog. The movement itself isn't as important as the signal it sends, that you're alive, that your muscles and mind are working together. And while you move, here's something powerful. Don't think about what's wrong or what you have to do later. Think about what's good. 3 small things you're grateful for. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's your morning coffee. Maybe it's the simple fact that you woke up today. Gratitude in the morning doesn't just sound nice. It changes your brain chemistry. Studies show it releases dopamine and serotonin, the same chemicals that antidepressants try to boost. It trains your mind to look for what's right instead of what's wrong. Now imagine this. Instead of waking up and diving into stress, your morning looks like this. You open your eyes, take a breath, drink your water, step into sunlight, move a little, and remind yourself what's good in your life. You're not rushing. You're not reacting. You're setting the tone. And here's the amazing part. This single routine, done consistently, can lower your blood pressure, reduce inflammation, balance your hormones, improve your digestion, and literally slow cellular aging. Your body's cells age slower when your stress hormones stay stable and your sleep cycles are balanced. That's been proven in multiple studies from Harvard and the National Institute on Aging. That's how morning habits add years to your life. Not by magic, by lowering your biological age. And if you're sitting there thinking, I'm not a morning person, let me stop you right there. No one's born a morning person. You become one by association, by linking your mornings with peace instead of pressure. So start small. Don't try to build a perfect routine overnight. Just pick one thing: water, sunlight, or gratitude. Do it for 7 days straight. Let it become second nature. Then add another habit. Slowly it'll become your rhythm, something your body starts craving. And once that happens, you'll notice something crazy. You'll start waking up earlier naturally. You'll have more energy. You'll feel calmer without even trying, because your body loves rhythm. It was built for it. So let's start building yours. Because that rhythm, my friend, could be the secret to adding not just more years to your life, but more life to your years. Now that you've got the basics of your new morning routine, let's go a little deeper. Because this isn't just about what you do in the morning, it's about how you do it. The way you think, breathe, and move in those first moments of the day has more impact than most people realize. It's like setting the GPS for your entire day. Your body, your mind, and even your emotions follow the direction you give them when you first wake up. Think about it. If you wake up rushing, irritated, and glued to your phone, that's not just a bad morning. You're programming your brain to chase stress all day long. Your nervous system stays on high alert. Your heart rate rises. Your blood pressure follows. And by evening, you feel exhausted without even doing much. That's what aging faster looks like. Tiny bursts of daily stress that add up over time. But if you wake up calm, hydrated, and focused, your brain releases different chemicals, the kind that make your body thrive instead of survive. So let's talk about one of the most underrated tools for longevity: breathing. Now, you might think, breathing? I've been doing that my whole life. Sure, but not like this. Most people breathe shallowly, quick chest breaths that keep them in a mild state of anxiety. You can test it right now. Take a deep breath. Did your chest rise or your belly expand? If your chest moved more, that means your breathing pattern is stressful. It triggers your body's fight or flight system, keeping you in low-level tension all day. Here's what to do instead. When you wake up, before you even get out of bed, place a hand on your belly and take 5 slow breaths. In through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 2, out through your mouth for 6. Feel your stomach rise, not your chest. This tells your brain, we're safe. It lowers cortisol, slows your heart rate, and instantly improves focus. It's simple biology. Calm breath equals calm body. You know what's wild? Studies from Harvard Medical School show that controlled breathing can reduce anxiety, improve blood pressure, and even increase the size of the hippocampus, the part of your brain that controls memory. So, by taking a few slow breaths every morning, you're literally protecting your brain from aging. Once you've done that, it's time for movement, but not the kind that feels like a workout. Think of it as waking your body up from the inside. Your body has something called lymph, a clear fluid that removes toxins and supports your immune system. Unlike blood, your lymph doesn't move automatically. It needs muscle movement to circulate. That's why light stretching, twisting, or even bouncing helps clean your body. 10 minutes of gentle movement every morning helps your body detox naturally. No fancy cleanses needed. Here's a simple routine you can try. Stretch your arms wide, roll your shoulders back, twist gently from side to side, touch your toes, then take a deep breath and reach for the sky. If you're able, do 10 slow squats or wall push-ups. Nothing extreme, just enough to wake your muscles. If you do this every morning, you're sending a clear message to your body. We're alive, we're strong, and we're moving forward. Now, let's talk about your mind, because physical habits only get you halfway there. The real key to adding years to your life lies in how you think when you wake up. Here's a fact. Your brain waves change throughout the day. When you first wake up, you're in a state called theta. That's the same state kids are in when they're learning new things. It's the most programmable stage of your day. So whatever you think, say, or feel in that window, your brain absorbs it deeply. That's why your first thoughts matter. If your first thought is, "Ugh, I'm so tired," or "I hate mornings," your brain believes it. But if your first thought is, "I'm grateful I woke up," or "Today's gonna be good," you literally rewire your brain over time to believe it. It's not fake positivity. It's neuroplasticity in action. Try this tomorrow. When you open your eyes, say one positive thing out loud. Anything. I'm thankful for another day. I'm proud of myself for trying. I'm stronger than I was yesterday. It might feel silly at first, but your subconscious listens, and if you repeat it enough, it starts to shape your identity. I remember reading about a 92-year-old man in Texas who walks 2 miles every morning. When asked his secret, he said, "I wake up every day and tell myself, I'm not old, I'm just getting seasoned." He laughed when he said it, but he meant it. That mindset kept his body young. And while we're talking about mindset, here's another powerful truth. Your mornings should be about creation, not consumption. When you consume too much, social media, TV, news, your brain goes into reaction mode. But when you create, even something small like journaling, writing your thoughts, or preparing your breakfast mindfully, your brain feels in control. That sense of control lowers stress and boosts dopamine, the motivation chemical. So before you scroll, create. Write down your thoughts, your goals, or just what you're thankful for. It's like steering your mind before the world can grab the wheel. Now, I know some people say they don't have time for all this. Water, sunlight, breathing, gratitude, movement. But here's the truth. You don't need hours. You just need intention. Even 10 focused minutes can transform your day. What matters is consistency. Because when you do something consistently, your brain starts to link it with reward. You start craving it, not forcing it. Think about it like brushing your teeth. You don't skip it because you're tired. You just do it. This routine should feel the same. It's maintenance. But not just for your body, for your life. And here's something you might not expect. This kind of morning routine doesn't just make you feel younger. It can actually change your biology. In a 2020 study published in Psychoneuroendocrinology, researchers found that people who practiced morning gratitude and light exercise had longer telomeres, the little caps on your DNA that protect your cells from aging. Longer telomeres mean slower aging, literally. So the science is clear. Your mornings aren't just routine. They're your daily medicine. Every sip of water, every breath, every step, every positive thought. It's like a vote for your future self. The version of you who's 80, 90, maybe even 100 will thank you for the small choices you're making now. Because the truth is, Your mornings are not just about how you start your day. They're about how you live your life. By now, you probably see that your morning is more than just a time to get ready. It's the foundation for your entire day, and honestly, for your entire life. The way you start your day shapes the way your body reacts to everything that comes after it. It affects how you think, how you handle stress, and how fast or slow you age. But here's the part most people miss. Your morning isn't just about your body and mind, it's about your energy. Think about it like this. You wake up every day with a limited amount of energy in your battery. How you use that energy determines how long it lasts. Most people waste half of it before noon, stressing about things that don't matter, rushing through routines, or just reacting to the world instead of leading their day with purpose. That's what drains you. That's what makes you feel tired, even when you've slept 8 hours. But the people who live longer, happier lives, they don't wake up reacting. They wake up creating. Their morning gives them energy instead of taking it away. So, let's talk about how you can charge your energy every single morning, physically, mentally, and emotionally. First, let's start with something simple. Fuel. You've probably heard a million different opinions on breakfast. Some say eat it, some say skip it. But here's the truth. It's not about eating or skipping, it's about balance. What you eat first thing in the morning directly affects your blood sugar, hormones, and mood for the entire day. If your breakfast is full of sugar, like cereal, pastries, or sweetened coffee, you spike your blood sugar, which then crashes within hours. That's why people feel tired or irritable mid-morning. But if you start with protein and healthy fats, like eggs, oats, yogurt, or a smoothie with nuts, your body stays full longer, your blood sugar stays stable, and your brain stays sharp. Here's what research says. People who eat a balanced breakfast with protein and fiber have better focus, fewer cravings, and lower risk of diabetes and heart disease. But there's something deeper here. When you feed your body right in the morning, you're not just fueling it. You're showing it respect. You're saying, I value myself enough to start the day right. And food isn't just physical, it's emotional. Eating mindfully, sitting down, taking a moment to breathe before your first bite, that alone lowers stress hormones. It tells your nervous system, we're safe, we're not rushing, life is okay. That tiny shift changes your entire day's chemistry. Now, let's talk about your emotional energy. Most people start their day focusing on what they have to do. Work, chores, bills. That's stress energy. But what if you started your day thinking about what you get to do? You get to wake up. You get to walk, breathe, talk, connect. That small mental shift builds something powerful called emotional resilience. There's a neuroscientist named Andrew Huberman who said something that stuck with me. Your mood in the morning is like wet cement. You can shape it, but once it sets, it's hard to change. That's why your first thoughts matter so much. So, each morning, before you get pulled into the noise of the day, take 2 minutes to do a quick mental reset. Ask yourself, what am I looking forward to today? What's one thing I can do to make today better for myself or someone else? What's something I'm grateful for that I didn't notice yesterday? That's it. 3 questions. It takes less than 2 minutes, but it gives your brain direction. Instead of drifting into stress, you set your focus on purpose. And let's be honest, life isn't always peaceful. You'll have mornings where you wake up anxious, sad, or overwhelmed. That's normal. The goal isn't to feel happy all the time. It's to have tools to reset yourself when things go wrong. That's why routine matters so much. When your mornings have rhythm, your brain feels grounded even when your emotions don't. It's like your anchor in the storm. You can't control what happens during the day, but you can control how you start it. Now let's talk about something that often gets ignored. Mental clutter. You know that heavy feeling when you wake up and your mind is already racing? That's not because you have too much to do. It's because you haven't trained your mind to empty itself before starting the day. One of the simplest things you can do is write down your thoughts in the morning. just a few lines. You don't have to be a writer. Just brain dump everything in your head. I'm worried about this. I'm excited about that. Here's what I need to do. Getting those thoughts on paper removes them from your head. Your brain isn't meant to store everything. It's meant to process. Writing clears space for calm. You can call it journaling or just mental housekeeping. Either way, it's one of the most powerful anti-stress tools you'll ever use. In fact, studies from UCLA show that labeling your feelings, literally writing "I feel anxious," reduces activity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center. That means writing about stress actually calms your brain. Now imagine pairing that with the habits you've already learned: drinking water, getting sunlight, breathing deeply, moving your body, and now journaling your thoughts. You're not just having a good morning. You're building a scientifically proven formula for longevity. Because here's the thing: stress ages you faster than anything else. It shortens your telomeres, increases inflammation, and damages your organs over time. But when you build calm mornings, when you start your day with intention, you reduce that stress. You slow aging at the cellular level. You give your body a break from the constant fight-or-flight cycle. Here's something you might not expect. People who live long lives often say they don't feel old, not because they deny aging, but because they don't wake up thinking about it. They wake up thinking about life, about what they can do today, about who they can connect with. That mindset alone can add years, because your body listens to your thoughts. So the next time you wake up, don't ask, "How much time do I have left?" Ask, "What can I do with the time I have today?" Because that's what this whole morning routine is really about. Creating mornings that fill you with energy, clarity, and calm. Mornings that remind you you're alive, capable, and in control. And here's the best part. The more you practice it, the more your body learns it. Your stress goes down, your mood improves, your sleep gets deeper, and every morning becomes a small investment in your future. One where you're not just living longer, you're living better. That's how you add 20 years to your life, one mindful morning at a time. So now you know what it means to start your morning with intention. Hydration, sunlight, breath, movement, gratitude, focus, fuel, and calm. But here's the secret most people never talk about. What happens after your morning routine is just as important. Because if you start your day strong but slip back into old habits by noon, you lose the compounding effect that actually changes your biology over time. Longevity isn't about what you do once in a while. It's about what you repeat daily, quietly, until it becomes who you are. The truth is, the most powerful people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s all share one common skill. They know how to protect their energy. Not just physical energy, mental, emotional, and spiritual energy too. And that starts the moment they wake up. When you treat your morning as sacred time, everything else in your day shifts. You handle stress differently. You speak with more patience. You make better decisions. You take care of yourself instead of reacting to everyone else's needs. That's not selfish. That's how you stay alive longer. Because the more you protect your peace, the more your body relaxes. And a relaxed body heals itself. But here's what most people miss. This routine isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up for yourself even on the days you don't feel like it. You don't need to do everything every day. Some mornings you'll only manage water and sunlight. Other days you'll have time to stretch, write, and reflect. What matters is consistency, not perfection, because consistency is what tells your brain, this is who we are now. Imagine this. You wake up 10 years from now, and your body feels light. Your mind feels sharp, and your mornings feel peaceful. You've been doing the same small habits every day, drinking water, stepping into the sunlight, breathing deeply, eating well, writing your thoughts, moving your body, and setting an intention for the day. That's not luck. That's the result of thousands of mornings that built a life. And I want you to think about something deeper. This routine isn't just adding years to your life. It's adding life to your years. Because what's the point of living longer if you're not living well? Longevity isn't just about the number on your birthday cake. It's about how those years feel. Do they feel peaceful? Do they feel purposeful? Do they feel like you? That's why your morning matters. Because the way you begin each day determines how you live all the days after it. There's a saying that goes, if you win the morning, you win the day. But I'd go even further. If you win your mornings consistently, you win your life. So let's talk about how to keep it going. Because at first it'll feel exciting. New habits always do. But then life will happen. You'll get busy. You'll get tired. You'll think, maybe I'll skip it just this once. That's where most people lose progress. The key is to make it impossible to skip. Here's how. Prepare the night before. Set out your water glass, keep your phone in another room, and plan your morning clothes. When your environment is ready, your excuses disappear. Stack your habits. Attach your new habits to things you already do. For example, drink water right after brushing your teeth. Go outside for sunlight right after making your bed. Keep it short. You don't need a 2-hour routine. 10 minutes of focus is better than 60 minutes of distraction. Celebrate progress. Every time you complete your morning routine, acknowledge it. You don't need to post it. Just say to yourself, I showed up today. Your brain loves recognition. These small systems make your habits automatic, and automatic habits are what create lifelong change. But there's one more thing I want you to understand. You can do all the right things, drink water, get sunlight, eat well, move, and still miss the most important part, joy. If your mornings feel like a chore, you'll never stick to them. You need to make them something you actually enjoy. So make your routine yours. Play music while you stretch. Sit outside with your coffee and watch the sunrise. Write your thoughts while listening to birds. Whatever makes you feel alive, that's what belongs in your morning. Because joy isn't an extra. It's the secret ingredient that keeps you consistent. And here's something powerful. Joy reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and boosts your immune system. So yes, feeling good literally helps you live longer. Now, take a second and picture your ideal morning. Not some influencer version of it. Your version. What time would you wake up? What would your space look like? How would you feel walking into the kitchen or stepping outside? Visualize it clearly. Because once your brain sees it, your body will start chasing it. Visualization isn't wishful thinking. It's mental training. When your mornings begin to feel peaceful, your days begin to feel meaningful. You start noticing more, the quiet, the air, the light. You stop rushing through life and start living in it. That shift, that presence is the real secret to longevity. Because aging isn't about how many years you've lived. It's about how many mornings you've truly been awake. And here's the thing. This isn't a routine just for the young. In fact, the older you are, the more powerful it becomes. Because as your body changes, your morning routine becomes your anchor. The thing that tells your brain, we're still here. We're still strong. We're still in control. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up, remember this conversation. Don't reach for your phone. Don't rush. Just sit up slowly, take a deep breath, drink your water, and let sunlight touch your skin. Then say quietly to yourself, today I'm choosing life. Do that every morning and watch what happens. You'll think clearer. You'll sleep deeper. You'll move easier. You'll laugh more. You'll start noticing how much beauty there still is in each day. And maybe, 20 years from now, you'll look back and realize that this simple morning routine didn't just change your health. It changed your entire life. So wherever you are, whether you're 40, 60, or 80, remember this. It's never too late to start. The best time to take care of yourself was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Tomorrow morning when the sun rises, let it find you ready, calm, grateful, alive. Because you don't need to add 20 years to your life to start living like it matters. You just need to start your mornings like it does. That's the real secret. Simple, science-backed, life-changing. Now, my friend, go live it. Hey, before you click away, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from, and how old are you today? Drop it in the comments below. I love seeing this community grow with people from all over the world who are choosing to live with more energy, more peace, and more purpose. If this video inspired you or gave you something to think about, give it a like. It really helps others find this message. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. Every week, we talk about real, science-backed ways to live longer, feel better, and take control of your health, starting with the small things that actually matter. Remember, your mornings shape your life. So tomorrow, start with gratitude, move your body, take a deep breath, and choose calm over chaos. Do that every day, and you won't just add years to your life. You'll add life to your years. Take care of yourself, my friend, and I'll see you in the next one.